NUR 8024. Advanced Global Population Health has been such an exciting course. In this course, you have evaluated global health issues and proposed culturally sensitive interventions to address these concerns. Throughout the course, you have built the knowledge and skills necessary to lead the development and implementation of institutional, local, state, national, or international healthcare initiatives. Well done. We are already at Assignment 4. Let's dive in. NURS leaders play a pivotal role in shaping global health policies. By leveraging your clinical expertise, research insights, and cross-cultural understanding, you can advocate for evidence-based practices, equitable resource allocation, and improved health outcomes worldwide. Your policy contributions will impact not only individual patients but entire communities, transcending geographical boundaries and fostering a healthier global population. Assignment 4 is the midway evolution. A critical part of this assignment is reflection journaling. The purpose of reflective journaling is to allow one to engage in the process of self-reflection. Through reflective practice, the learner will set goals in personal, professional, and leadership development. Another core component of professional development includes consideration of diversity, equity, and inclusion (DEI) principles that guide interactions with colleagues and clients. The learner will evaluate their feelings about DEI and how it shapes their actions and decisions. Through reflective journaling, the learner can personally reflect on their behaviors, thoughts, and decisions, and how those impact them in the role of their designated discipline. Through this reflection, learners self-reflect as a learner in a doctoral program with a focus on personal, professional, and leadership development and DEI principles, and to begin planning for the capstone course. Writing in the third person is customary in academic writing. However, you should write in the first person for this assignment. Competencies measured. By successfully completing this assignment, you will demonstrate your proficiency in the following course competencies and scoring guide criteria. Per competency. 5. Address assessment purpose in effective written or multimedia presentations, incorporating appropriate evidence and communicating in a form and style consistent with applicable professional and academic standards. Word count is between 100 to 200 words per question prompt. Describe specific goals for personal, professional, and leadership development, and describes future evolution of these goals. Reflect on DEI principles and implicit bias, articulates how these principles shape actions or decisions in the designated discipline, and discusses the impact of implicit bias on professional and leadership development. Discuss how your writing evolved and identify specific strategies or skills that have contributed to this progress, while also highlighting specific areas for further refinement or development in the second half of the coursework. Evaluate how motivation and commitment to self-care have evolved throughout the program. Identify specific strategies or practices that have nurtured well-being and impacted motivation, and outline a clear plan for prioritizing self-care and maintaining motivation in the future. Discuss insights or lessons you have gained relating to the understanding or potential approach for your DMP project, and explain how these insights are anticipated to shape the project's direction with reasonable depth. Convey purpose in a well-organized text, incorporating appropriate evidence and tone in grammatically sound sentences. Apply APA style and formatting to scholarly writing. Instructions. Begin by reviewing the journal entries you wrote in NHS 8002. To review your entries, go to the Nursing Reflection Journal homepage. Select the course button, then select NHS 8002. A results page showing your entries from this course will be displayed. Next, write your new journal entries. Complete the following reflection questions, using 100 to 200 words for each answer in the midway evolution activity. Finally, output your journal. When you are finished with your new entries, return to the Nursing Reflection Journal homepage and select the Output Journal button to download a PDF of all your journal entries. Submit the PDF to this assignment. Reflection questions. Respond to each reflection question in the midway evolution activity. As you navigate through the halfway point of your DMP project courses, what specific goals have you identified for your personal, professional, and leadership development? And how do you envision these goals evolving as you progress further in your coursework? Reflect on your feelings about diversity, equity, and inclusion, DDEI principles, and implicit bias. How do these principles shape your actions and decisions in your designated discipline? How does implicit bias impact our development as a professional and leader? How has your writing evolved, and what specific strategies or skills have contributed to this progress? Additionally, what areas do you still hope to refine or develop further in the second half of your coursework? Reflecting on your academic journey thus far, how has your motivation and commitment to self-care evolved throughout the program? Identify specific strategies or practices that have nurtured your well-being and impacted your motivation. Looking ahead, describe how you intend to prioritize self-care and maintain motivation as you continue your studies. Furthermore, consider what actions you plan to take for yourself to ensure your continued well-being and success. Academic requirements. Your writing is expected to conform to the following requirements. Writing. Organize content so ideas flow logically with smooth transitions. Proofread your writing to avoid errors that could distract readers and make it more difficult for them to focus on the substance of your evaluation. Length, 100, 200 words for each reflection question prompt. References, no references are required. Cite as needed for material that is used to support your reflections. I look forward to learning more about your journey and how you have allowed yourself to engage in the process of self-reflection and continuous development. Best of luck to you as you move steadily on your DNP journey.